no. Leave your comments down below. I really want to know what you think about this one. Imagine this, right? Imagine this. You take your girl to a concert, right? Which, I wouldn't take my girl to no damn concert. The hell? You take your girl to a concert. Your girl decides to say, hey, the guy on stage has the power right now. He called me up. I'm going to, and this one of my favorite artists, I'm going to grind on him, wind on him, do whatever he say, right? They had an on-stage performance where she was demonstrating all of her sexual desires towards him, right? Now, as a man, leave your thoughts down below. Do you think this was right or this was wrong on her behalf? Did you think that she publicly humiliated him, right? Or it was okay because they was at a concert? Let me tell you what I think. As a man, that's very disrespectful. We are very competitive, right? So to have our woman, after we done went to a show, now I don't know who paid for it. She stated that she paid for it. Right? Okay. They only been talking, you know, people are going to tell you on different channels that was talking for 7 years. I did my research before I decided to cover the video. They've been talking for under a year. Right? And I'm glad they was not married, because she would have took your house and tried to go chase the guy. Right? But look what happened. She embarrassed the guy. Now she's apologizing online for the embarrassment. Right? But is it really apologetic? This is why. Kai Cenat, if you looked at his live stream, she answered. She stated, she act like she came in the building. She stated, in order for me to do an interview, can we talk about compensation? Now, from a business perspective, that's the right thing to do. But man, was you doing this for all clout from the beginning? Were you really sorry that you stepped on the man in order to get to your position? Were you really sorry about that? I don't really think you were sorry about that at all, ma'am. At all. Because it shows. You're like, okay, I'm humiliated. Guys gonna think I'm a hoe because you have hoe behaviors. That's hoe tendencies. And look what happened. Look at what happened. You decided to go on stage and dance with somebody for 5 seconds versus somebody that you've been talking to for a year, right? The guy on stage left you right there. Your guy that you had in the audience, right? He left you right there too. So that's a double loss. So you do feel like, yeah, you might need some money to compensate, to wipe your tears away with a little bit of monies, right? But at the end of the day, everyone on the internet is going to know who you are, and your reputation is tainted. Now, even if you are a good woman, you plan on getting married one day, right? Right now, everyone and their grandmother online are stating that you are a hoe, a Tatiana. This man don't deserve that, XYZ. Now, this is what I don't get. When men have standards, we're insecure. Right? When we say, look, this is what we like, this is what we don't like, this is what we stand for, XYZ. Oh, no, he's supposed to like whatever comes his way. He's supposed to be a man about it. So y'all pick and choose when it's time to be a man and when it's not. That's very manipulative. So fellas, don't listen to these ladies. I never got advice from a female anyway. You want to know why? Because if you're giving me advice from your heart, not based on the logic in your brain, I really don't want to hear it. Because at the end of the day, it's never going to make sense on a logical perspective. Can we be honest? Can we talk about it? Well, let's discuss. So to me, she embarrassed him just to climb up the ladder, not knowing that the ladder that she's climbing up isn't really going up. It's actually inverted. It's going down. And you have a lot of people in the comments. Let me know in your comments, you modern women. Oh, it's okay for her to do it. She wasn't married. This is that, the third. She was young, having fun. It's not okay. If this is the advice that you're giving your daughters, right? I see why your daughters ain't never gonna get married. They don't know how. I see why they're going to be street sweepers for the rest of their life. I see why they turning, hey, it's a girl right there. That's my best bet because these guys don't want me. Have you noticed that these single events that you go to, you see way more females? Guys ain't even coming to the events no more. So waste our time. Y'all could, they basically saying, hell, y'all can have each other. You know? So I believe this right here was dead wrong. I do not support it. And it gives advice to modern women to continue with the BS. And you wonder why society is how it is right now. It's because there's no accountability. Ladies, y'all have this little strong, powerful group, sisterhood, womanhood, that if you see your sisterhood doing wrong, you're going to turn the other cheek. You don't see that her doing wrong. You even egg her to do wrong. Egg her want to do wrong, so guess what? Because misery like company. And y'all will much rather be together than be alone. You know? And fellas, it's okay to have a standard. It's okay to know what you like, know what you don't like, know what satisfy you, know what don't. You don't have to deal with this in these modern days. You don't have to deal with the BS no more. You don't. Just bust them and leave them. That's your best bet. Not relationship advice, but if you go through the scouting, you go through the test, and she's not fit, feminine, friendly, all those things that you desire in a woman, loyal, submissive, if she look at being submissive as a negative attribute, toodaloo. She don't understand. She know not what she do. She think it's her way, not yours. Can't be two leaders in one household. You know, ultimately, there's one. So this right here is wild because the younger generation gonna look at this and be like, it's okay for me to act like this and act like that. But it's really not, because the younger generation, as far as STDs and everything else, y'all are burning and dirty. And y'all passing it around, along with the LGBTQ community and all of that. Y'all are passing this filth around because y'all have to face y'all decisions that y'all make and be held responsible. So the only way to do that is, you know what, to continue to do what I'm doing. I'm not going to make sure that I'm accountable. I'm just going to go talk to him or her without any prerequisites, any tests done, anything along that nature. So it's getting wild. And this right here goes to show, why would you take your woman to a concert? You know what? I'm kind of glad that he took his woman to that concert. Because what if he would have found this out later in another way? You found this out now that she was for the streets, right? She was for the streets because the next best opportunity that came her way, she hopped on. She said, forget you, and hopped on that. There's no loyalty with her. There's no commitment. There's nothing. So if I was you, I wouldn't feel no type of way. At the end of the day, a certain woman, you went viral, a certain woman gonna be like, you know what, he ain't for the BS. Let me be right, because he gonna leave my ass. And it's power in leaving. Remember I told you that. It's power in leaving. If it's not worth it, if you looking at everything, it's not adding up, cut the ties now rather than later. Save yourself the headache. And even when she did her little reaction video on her voicing her opinion, right? It was not authentic. Those wasn't real tears. You know, if Drake was there, she would have did the same thing. She would have left the guy who she got on stage with and then left with Drake. What does that mean? That's a groupie behavior to me. She want what she can't have. And you act like you're going to change these men from not talking to whoever they want to talk to, like you're going to be the only one. Some women, most women are okay with being, they're okay with not being the only one, especially in this modern world. They're okay with not being the only one, which leaves room for diseases and everything else. You get what I'm saying? So this society that we're headed to is kind of filthy to me. Super filthy. But on that note, if you got some value out of this, video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the beginning, this is not the end. And most importantly, leave your thoughts down below. I really want to know. And remember, fellas, never settle. Is she for the streets? She for the streets. Did he have to go through humility in order for him to understand what's going on? Yes. But no one says nothing about when a guy has to go through the humility phase because of a woman. So be careful on who you choose. On that note, peace, blessings, and love. And us as a society, we got to do better. We're celebrating this ignorance. It's very ignorant, if you ask me. Can we talk about it? Well, let's discuss.